Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bryce coming at you once again from Velocity Powersports in Ladson, South Carolina. I have got an absolutely incredible new bike to bring to you guys today. Kawasaki, as they normally do, has outdone themselves with this one, and we are very, very excited to present this to all of you guys. So without any further hesitation or ado, let's go ahead and jump into this one, y'all. This gorgeous touring style super bike just so happens to be the 2021 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the key points out of the way because I don't have a whole lot of time with this video today. We are about to close and I got to this one a little late. However, this bike sitting here in front of me, the reason why it is so applicable and appealing to a general populace of bike riders is because it is a super bike. It offers a ridiculous amount of power off of the gate. Top speed, the top end is just ridiculous in comparison to other bikes in a lower CC class below it. But this bike is so wonderful within itself because it is designed for comfort at top speeds. It's got that windscreen up front, and you would be surprised how much of a difference that small windscreen makes on a bike like this. Sits a little bit higher. It's got so many bells and whistles on it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of the bells and whistles that I've never even heard of, they don't even really make any sense to me, but they probably are applicable. I know that it's got all sorts of different settings for traction control. It has a full bore digital display up front. It has smartphone connectivity to that display. There is a ridiculous amount of things going on with this bike, and one of the only bikes that I've been on that is capable of breakneck speeds while also providing comfort and control within those top end speeds. I'll go ahead and give you guys a look at the display up front that I was talking about. You can actually see up here on this display, it has different modes of course, but you can see up here on this display where it says that we're in neutral. You gotta trust me on this one, but this is the case, I promise. Whenever you're up to speed and you are in a gear and you reach a certain RPM level within that gear, it will actually start to blink at a rate that lets you know when is the best time to switch gears. I think that's a really, really cool feature, which makes owning a bike like this, even for intermediate novice riders, it makes it applicable, it makes it make sense, because it plays nice with riders that have not necessarily had a whole lot of experience on a bike like this. Don't get me wrong, it's a 1000. I don't suggest you doing anything crazy or even purchasing a 1000 if you don't have any previous experience with motorcycles. But if you've been around them a little bit, if you've been on them and had a little bit of experience with bikes in general, this is a fairly easy transition into a super bike that, like I said, offers a stupid amount of power while also giving you the ability to maintain stamina on long rides. And I think that's why this bike is so cool in every regard. Now, enough talk. I want to let this bike do the talking today. I don't have the time to take you guys on a ride with me on this thing today, but I do want y'all to hear what this thing sounds like. I'm gonna give it a whole lot of throttle, and hopefully you guys understand what this bike is talking about here in just one moment. Fairly quiet when she's running idle, but as all of these new super bikes have been able to portray, this is what it sounds like with a whole lot of gas, y'all. Yeah, I think that pretty well does it for the explanation as to why this bike is so highly touted and honestly so heavily looked for by consumers right now. Yeah, even just revving the engine like that, it'll send chills down your spine if you get to hear it or see it in person. What a privilege it is to be able to take some of these bikes out, and this bike is absolutely no exception to that rule. I'm going to give you guys a look at the front end here as well. Gorgeous crystally blue LED headlights up front, and you You gotta love the modern and edgy look of the body style of this bike as well, with that big exhaust on the back of it. But it really sits quiet, idle. It's not too loud and boisterous stock, but obviously when you get to the higher RPMs, that exhaust is not going to be able to stop, quite frankly, the demons that are sitting inside of this bike, guys. We got a lot more different body styles and brands of these kinds of bikes sitting here behind me down here at Velocity Powersports, once again in Ladson, South Carolina. So if you guys are looking for something like this for this summer, if you're looking for an excuse to get out of the house for a little bit, take your loved one on a ride, experience the weather, and forget about the world for a little bit, then you know where to find us, guys. We'd love to help set you up with that dream, because I can assure you that dream is shared by each and every one of the employees here, guys. I'm gonna ask y'all to please take care of yourselves for the rest of this week into this weekend. Find somebody you love, give them a very big hug for me, and you guys take it easy. God bless.